Welcome back, everyone. It's December 10th, 1941. We're here with another episode of Alphabet Command, our co-op game as the Allies versus the Empire of Japan. Looks like it's going to start out with a little naval combat action as PT boats tussle with a cruiser task force outside of Hawaiian Islands. It looks like at Kona. But it looks like the Japanese task force, manages to swat those PT boats aside. I'm sure they were trying to interfere with the landings going on at Kona right now. Well, it looks like that's going to repeat itself. Does another PT boat goes down. It's definitely been a painful few days for us as the Allies, that's for sure. And looks like it will continue to be so. Lots of task forces moving around the map right now. You can see those ships fleeing from Pearl. Looks like another sub tries to nail one of our AKs. Another PT boat group here, tangling with some destroyers and a cruiser. Probably not going to go well for our PT boats. Japanese submarine I-19 doesn't connect with a group of DMSs fleeing the islands. This is his carrier task force right down here. And XAK gets nailed by a Japanese submarine, the I-123, fleeing south from the Philippines. I believe he also has a carrier task force around here. And it looks like one of our ASW groups gets mixed up with the I-165, but it is inconclusive. Or, actually not, we don't manage to make contact with any depth charges. Honolulu dodges 4 torpedoes for now. But the Raleigh is not so lucky. 2 torpedoes, she's gonna sink. Yep, we hear the sinking noises, and the Raleigh goes down. Another light cruiser destroyed. PT boats do get in among a task force here. Not on the screen, but AP Husina Maru does take a torpedo and 2 shell hits. And for that, the PT-33 gets sunk. I think that's one of my destroyers up there. Another destroyer here, I believe. I believe those are British destroyers trying to get away here. Lots of ships reacting to surface forces and things like that, changing their courses. The U-125 tries to put a torpedo in one of our DD groups. Sadly, we're not able to land any depth charges on it. And again. little night naval search going on. Looks like one of those Catalinas maybe puts a torpedo in a offloading ship. Have some naval search going around here at night, finding those ships still at Kuantan. And it looks like he has a lot of fighters there now, too. At 12 Devastators managed to find a task force here at Kona. Sadly, do not land any torpedoes. Night torpedo attack is just, it's really, really tough to ever land any ordnance. I've never had much luck with it. Yeah, unfortunately, no connections there. Hudson's go after Kuantan. I am doing some night bombing here, trying to destroy some of these aircraft stacks here. Lots and lots of fighters in the Hex, but I am not able to do any damage. Yep, no dice. Another one of our ships falls victims to a Japanese submarine west of Oosthaven, and the TK Frankel, a valuable tanker, takes a torpedo, and she will surely sink. Yep, she goes down. Another sub-attack, this time finding one of her ASW groups in the area, and the ICE-162 takes one hit. The lone destroyer, the DD Austral, is not going to be able to walk away from this. It's founded by a heavy cruiser group, and she is outgunned, outclassed, and is probably going to go down. She was up here just trying to kind of get away, try to flee the area, but clearly she's not going to be able to. I'm amazed that she isn't sunk. She takes 5 shell hits, heavy fires, heavy damage. Do you hear some mine sounds? I'll have to figure out where those mines came from. What they were. Actually, spoiler alert, I know what they were. We do have 3 Japanese submarines hitting mines at Merak this turn, and that's probably where they were. And there goes the Austral. She is sunk for good. More ASW and sub-action here near Oosthaven. You can see just how many submarines that he has in the area. And there's Merak right there, where 3 Japanese submarines did hit mines. But it doesn't stop the I-87 west of Oosthaven putting a torpedo in the Silver Beach, even though there is ASW in this task force, though she does take 2 hits as a result. Looks like some destroyer combat with 5 American destroyers going to head-to-head with 5 Japanese destroyers plus a Japanese light cruiser. This early in the game, it's probably not going to go well for the American destroyers. They just tend to be outclassed with experience compared to the Japanese counterparts. And so far this battle is completely one-sided. Well, now we have a little damage on those Japanese destroyers. Heavy damage on the Ariake, at least. Though the Warden is in rough shape as well. Heavy damage on the town as well. All 5 of the American destroyers now on fire. Only 3 of his ships on fire. So nothing sinks just yet, though the Farragut is in some trouble here. Heavy fires on 3 of the American ships, and heavy fires on 1 of the Japanese destroyers, and the Shigure is also on fire. Oh, looks like she now gets intercepted by a heavy cruiser task force. This time these destroyers do not stand a chance. Yeah, the larger caliber shells of this battlecruiser and these 2 cruisers, it's just going to tear apart these ships. And there goes the Monaghan. Downs isn't long for this world either, it looks like. Actually, the Warden goes down first. The Dewey's dead too. Yeah, so of that task force, only the Warden and the Downs are still afloat. And DD Scout, trying to get away, does not make it. It's intercepted by this heavy cruiser group and is quickly dispatched. Some allied DMSs attack the I-15, but don't manage to land any depth charges. The Plunger either has Mark 14s, well, it does have Mark 14s, either a dud or just misses. DD Phelps tangles with a light cruiser task force. She's going to have a rough time of it. Doesn't get sunk quite yet. You can see he's chasing all these groups with surface task forces that are trying to get away there from Kona. Oh, SS Tautog does put a torpedo and a little AKL. That's nice to see. Good job. Ooh, ouch. The I-170 puts a torpedo in the New Orleans. That's painful. We're on to the AM air phase after all that night combat, or day combat, I should say. First, all the naval search, and there's quite a bit of that. Look at all the submarines. We bomb Guctony where he's trying to build that base. Very little damage, though. Our Dornier is trying to go after his carrier group, but that doesn't work out well for us. More bombing at Guctony. This time we do no damage. Looks like he's attacking with some Vals at Bataan. Very light cat from those Warhawks, but the AM Finch is missed by those Val dive bombers. Already onto the PM air phase, so not as many air missions as the past few days. Still trying to bomb Guctony, but no, fortunately, no results. Again, very light cap over Bataan, and it results in the AM Finch being sunk. And that's it for the air phase. So yeah, very short air phase here, which is okay. We had a very long naval phase. SO-19 is caught by this task force at Quentin, takes 3 hits. Another torpedo in a, looks like actually in the Silver Beach again. I believe that was the same AK that took a torpedo earlier in the day. And she goes down. And the O-19 is found again, and I don't know if she's going to survive this time. She does not get sunk there at Quentin. It's sad to see our first Dutch sub sinks of the war. Some more ineffective subs here at Hawaii. And the DM Ramsey manages to put a depth charge in the I-15. And that's it for the turn. So not quite as painful, really, for either side, though as the Allies we do lose quite a few more ships. We lose a lot of destroyers. I lose those British destroyers. Evoken, of course, loses those United States destroyers. And I'm still hemorrhaging shipping coming out of the Dutch East Indies due to poor task force composition on my part. I went for expediency instead of safety, and that was a huge mistake with the amount of subs he had in that area. In any case, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the Discord. Take care.